can, you know, get a great return on your investment, and you can effectively duplicate yourself for another $100 and get all the same benefits. So if you have somebody else on your team or in your office, they can attend these meetings, the in-person meetings. When we get to do that, you can be in 2 places at once for the extra $100.
Awesome. Thank you. So we have a really good application, right?
I like that, Cynthia. Somehow we have now gone live onto the RGA's YouTube channel.
Oh.
All
right.
I think I'm the only subscriber, but anyway.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
We're excited to be here.
So
all right.
Oh my goodness, we already have 6 people watching on YouTube.
That's awesome.
Amazing. Welcome.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us today. So we were talking about why do you RGA? So RGA stands for Revenue Generating Activity, but why do the members actually join, and why do you RGA? So Missy, why do you RGA?
I RGA because it increases my outreach into the community. I work for the Treasure Island Madeira Beach Chamber, and people think that that's all I'm involved in, but this brings the chamber out to a plethora of new people.
Wonderful. Thank you, Missy, for that. And Ralph, why do you RGA, sir?
I RGA because it's not seat specific, and that way I can match up my client's personality with somebody in as an RGA member and get the best results that way.
That's right, because we do business with those we know, like, and trust, right? And so you get to meet so many different people here without being seat specific. Couldn't get that out.
Easy for you to say.
we can actually meet so many more people, even in the same industry, right? But maybe you don't jive with that person. You don't actually connect. You want to make sure that your clients are being put in front of the people that you believe are going to be the best fit for them. So that may be somebody different, right? So you want to make sure that you can connect with so many different people, and we get to do that here. So why else do we RGA? Amber, why do you RGA?
I RGA because I can do it from Nebraska on a Zoom. That's one reason, but that's not why. That's just an added benefit right now. Basically, I get to meet people and help inform people about what I do and learn about the world and business with good people.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Kara, why do you RGA?
I love it because there's so many different meetings. So you can jump on morning, afternoons, there's after hour meetings. So whatever works best in your schedule. It's highly recommended though that you do attend at least one regular meeting. So
that's right. So as a guest, you can come on and you can visit us twice, and then we will ask you to join our network. But individuals can join any of the networks. They can go to any of the networks. When we open up and we are doing face-to-face meetings, you'll be able to go to any of the meetings that we have. But it's beautiful to be able to RGA all across the US in all different areas and be able to still stay connected, right? So
and I guess, just to piggyback off of that too. So if you miss a meeting, you don't have to really worry about finding a substitute or anything like that. So there's a lot of flexibility. So
absolutely, there is a lot of flexibility with RGA. Mark, would you like to chime in?
You have to find a substitute for some meetings. How can somebody else represent what you do the way you do it so well? You have to like find some person.
Crazy, isn't it, Mark?
It is crazy. So what if they have
And you mean
about
you might get penalized for doing your business and earning money?
Things that make you go,
And you're penalized if you don't have enough referrals. So you make them
that's a big one, right?
People's time.
Yeah. But we've been seeing a lot of growth in RGA network because we do help people actually build a huge network, right? And so we have been building a network. And Mark, did you just get a nomination, or have they not done with that yet?
They do this Best of the Bay. I'm so glad you mentioned that, Cynthia. They do this Best of the Bay thing in the Tampa Bay metropolitan area. And I have ADD, as Missy knows, and Amber knows, and Kara knows, and Ralph, we all know. Anyway, I stopped counting. There was 40,000 people that were nominated in different categories. And I stopped counting at 110 RGA members. And we're in the presence of a couple of them. Nicole Crothers, best financial planner for Edward Jones Company. I think Kara is in there. Kara and Todd. Isn't Todd your husband? Cartrell. Optavia is under either health and wellness or health and.
Is it? I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure I'll look again and share the link. But yeah, it was just, it was an honor just to see so many people nominated that I was like, holy guacamole, right? That's pretty impressive, I think.
It's very good.
Just a plaque. I told them don't make my plaques, keep them. See, there's the plaque in the back. The box
No
of
wall
plaques.
space left.
I don't have any wall space left. But anyway, yes. So we have a lot of folks watching us on YouTube. So
That's
hello,
good.
everyone. You must be
Everyone
really
on YouTube.
bored, or they know everybody dies at the end of Ozark.
So we have Lana that just joined us. Not sure.
Hey, Lana Light.
Her video was not coming up, so not sure what's going on there. But Lana, we'd like to hear from you. And so if you are a guest, please announce yourself. That would be great.
And if your audio is not working, please go to the chat and at least let
Yes.
us know who you are and what you do.
That's great. All right, because we always like to have guests join in as well, but we would love to see your smiling face and hear about who you are and what you do. So I need a timekeeper. Who can be my timekeeper for today?
Oh,
I gotcha.
Nicole.
You sure, Nicole, you want to do it?
Sure.
Missy, I almost chose you too. All right, there's Lana. And so we have a timekeeper. I'm going to go around. Mark, do we have a question of the day?
We have a pretty good question of the day. So it's the dog days of summer, right? Other than going inside and turning down the air conditioner, what is one thing you do to cool off?
Oh, very good.
Cool off.
Okay, sounds good. I can figure that one out.
Hi, Lana.
Hi, Lana. Nice to meet you.
Hey.
Nice to meet you. Hi. Sorry, I was having technical difficulties.
Lana, are you a member or a guest?
I am a guest.
You are a
Welcome. We're
guest.
glad you're
So
here.
Lana, I'm going to have you tell us who you are and what you do, if you would, please.
Absolutely. And thank you for having me. I just was scrolling Facebook and I saw that. So I would like to learn more about, I just was like actually passing by and I'm like, oh, it looks cool. I want to join.
Well, perfect.
Very good. Welcome, Lana. And so where are you actually, where are you located?
I'm in Orlando, Dr. Phillips.
Oh, okay, Dr. Phillips.
Okay, very good. Thank you
So
so much. I'm glad you joined us. And so, so we have a question of the day. The question of the day is how, besides air conditioning, how do you cool off?
There you go.
Let me think about that.
Okay.
Before I introduce myself, and while I'm introducing myself, I'll think about the answer. I always ask my people, the first question I always ask, how would you like to keep more of what you're making to yourself, pay less in taxes, and save more to your future self? If you're like me, I love it, then talk to me. I specialize in helping people pay less in taxes and save more in the retirement. So I am financial advisor, but everybody has their expertise. So I am a retirement specialist. I can do a lot of other things, life insurance, stuff like that, but I personally retirement specialist. And I love to build all these strategies to maximize your savings and minimize your paying in taxes or whatever other goals you have.
Very good. Thank you, Lana. Okay, very good. We are a group that likes to clap, so we clap for everybody that does their presentation.
I am in the right place.
So how do you cool off, Lana?
Well, I have a pool and it's always cold for some reason, even on the hottest day.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. All right, so we are going to get into introductions, and Nicole, you are going to be our speaker today. So I'm going to wait for you at the end. And then, so Amber, I'm going to have you go first. Amber, who you are, what you do, who's a great referral for you, and then also What do you do to cool off?
Wow. Okay. Well, hi, my name is Amber Peterson, and I'm currently in Norfolk, Nebraska right now in my second residence, hiding from Florida and heat and humidity and with the virus. I just well be here, and I share a house with my daughter, and we're good. But anyway, I'm with a business called Legal Shield and ID Shield. I've been doing it for 20 years. I'm actually a regional kind of director in Florida. I also have a Florida residence, by the way, in Largo. And basically, what I'd be looking for is basically a small business that would be looking for some kind of advice and help in legal problems. And although my time's up, how I cool down in Nebraska, I just take a late night walk, because when the sun goes down, the temperature goes down. I walk my dog Rocky. It's beautiful, 70 degrees, light breeze. That's what I do.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. So Amber, thank you for that. Tina disappeared on me. We're going to go to Missy. Missy, who you are, what you do, and who's a great referral for you. And then Kara, you're going to be up next.
Okay.
Hey, hi everyone here and in YouTube world. Appreciate the time. I'm Missy with the Treasure Island Madeira Beach Chamber of Commerce, where your business is our business. We're the small business kind of mighty chamber. A lot of our members are sole proprietors. So if you are a sole proprietor looking to get more influence on the Treasure Island Madeira Beach area, just check us out. I will put our information in chat. And a good lead or referral for me, there's my time. So we'll check the reader board, as they say. How I cool off? By the pool.
Great. Thank you so much for that, Missy.
Thank
And
you.
yes, as you give your presentation, if you would put your information in the chat area, we can actually get a hold of you. We'll know who you are, what you do, and your number so that we can reach you, or an email address. So thank you for that. Kara, you are up, and then Ralph, you're going to follow Kara. Go ahead, Kara.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kara Gartrell, a certified health coach with Optavia, and I help individuals reach their optimal health goals. We do that by focusing on the mind, the body, and the finances. We sit down with our clients, we find out what it is that they want to accomplish, and then we customize a plan that fits their lifestyle needs. A good referral this week is a friend or a loved one who's been going to the gym and just not seeing the results that they've been looking for. So whether or not they're wanting to lose 10, 20, 30 pounds or just have more energy, I would love just to sit down and see if they're a good fit. So Kara Gartrell with Optavia. Mark,
Great.
you'll love this one. So besides going to the pool, it was so warm this morning. I was out running about 4 miles and I came home and I took a nice cold shower.
Oh, there you go. Thank you for that.
So you guys, we have a lot of folks asking questions on YouTube. This
Really?
is this is brand new. So if we can answer them because of my ADD. So Amber, how do people get in touch with you? Can they buy Legal Shield all over the United States or just in Nebraska and Florida?
No and yes. How do they get a hold of me?
Yeah, we'll put your information in the chat, so we'll share it with them.
Yeah, but
And then
it's
Missy, I just visited the islandneighborschamber.org. Is that the same as the Treasure Island Madeira Beach Chamber of Commerce? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Wow, look at that.
That's
kind of
amazing.
nice.
Like,
Yes,
right?
but they put that together. Yes.
Sorry.
For you, in the YouTube world, we are trying to find a new site that makes a little bit, I don't want to say more sense. The reason we're island neighbors is because the Treasure Island Chamber, the Madeira Beach Islands, both of those are two islands that merged their chamber. So that's why we're called the Island Neighbors Chamber.
Oh, that's good to know. So I can also only post 250 characters at a time. So I'll make 2 posts if you go over that.
Okay.
The second question is Optavia the same as a meal delivery service? Kara, you want to answer that? You're still on mute.
You're on mute, Kara.
I was gonna say we're more of a comprehensive program. We do have products that are sent directly to your home, but it's so much more than just losing
Meal
weight.
delivery.
Right.
Thank you for answering that question.
real quick, there's a free health coach, there's education, there's community, and there's product.
Great. I love the interaction here. This is awesome. So Mark, is that it?
So far.
Okay, very good.
Holly,
All right.
Many a great thing happens by mistake.
That's
there you
right.
go.
That's right. So Ralph, you are up. So Ralph, go ahead. Tell us who you are, what you do, and who's a great referral for you, and what do you do to stay cool?
Good afternoon, Ralph Dana with the Dana Sales, marketingamericashop.com. We also have a division called Conference Entertainment. So what I'm looking for is artists, bands, and groups that have a network presence on any one network of 10,000 or more. We can help them get business and help them get money. DJ Colin is one of our clients. We did a promotion with him, and on the promotion, he did a little over $10,000. We can do this for other artists as well. To find out more, my contact information is in the chat, and we'd like to do a Zoom one-to-one with anybody.
And how do you stay cool besides air conditioning?
I actually drink hot coffee, sometimes with a little scotch in it, but usually just straight.
Okay. Very good. Thank you so much for that, Ralph. And I am Cynthia Grosso, Primerica Financial Services. I like to help people in their biggest hurt, which is their finances. Especially during this COVID time, we want to make sure that people are properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent. So if you have a need in any of those areas, or if you are looking for part-time income, we work exclusively from home, 100%, and we can actually help you build a business. So a great referral for me would be someone that has lost their income or is looking to work on their finances. My way that I stay cool, I live in a condo, but right next door, I open up my door, there's a pool. So I actually cool off with the pool next door. I love the heat though, so for me, it's not something that I have a problem with. So Mark, I'm going to go to you. Mark, the founder of RGA Network. I'm going to introduce him and he can tell us who he is, what he does, and who's a great referral for you, Mark.
Well, thank you very much. And welcome to our, I guess, new fans on the YouTube. Ralph, somebody gave you a name of a lady to connect with on YouTube who's just what you're looking for. Mark O'Donnell, president and founder of RGA Network. We are a different kind of networking, and we prove it every single day. We represent the best professionals from sea to shining sea, from the shores of the Gulf Coast of Florida to the beautiful plains of Nebraska. So gosh, I'm like you, Cynthia. I love the heat, right? But yeah, I love to jump in the pool. I was jumping in the pool and just getting ready, but Aaron says the pool is not a shower. So.
No, it's not. In fact, it says shower before you get into the pool.
It's my own pool. It's my own pool.
So now I have the great pleasure to introduce our next speaker. As an RGA member, you get an opportunity not only to introduce yourself on these little quick 30 seconds, but you have an opportunity to sign up to be a speaker for the day. And so Nicole Crothers is with Edward Jones Investments. And so she is our speaker for today. And she has 10 minutes to speak about her business, tell us who she is, what she does, and why she does it so well. So Nicole, I'm going to turn the floor over to you. And do you need someone else to time you for that? And
no, it's fine. I'll put on my timer. No big deal.
Perfect.
And if I can have screen share.
I'm going to make you a co-host, so you should be able to do it, but.
Okay.
Can you do it?
Negative.
So Nicole, the floor is yours.
Don't forget to put your stuff in the chat. So we have some more questions. I'll try to.
Already did.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, I did too. And I got screen sharing now. Perfect. Thank you.
So
I am going to do kind of a little bit of a version of what I would do in our weekly market update that I do a lot of times with clients and prospects. But I think more than that, it was just about sharing some information about what we call don't play politics with your portfolio. And I'll be abundantly clear, especially since we're on YouTube. I am not siding with either side. I am not making any statements of my own about politics, other than just how you can avoid making those pitfalls in your own investment choices. So a couple quick, let me find the right screen. Sorry, hold please.
No worries.
Fine.
Make sure I show you the right screen. So here's a graphic that I just wanted to share from one of our product partners. And those are who supply us with some of the investments that we use for our clients. So you can see here, growth of a hypothetical $10,000 investment made at the beginning of an election year, okay? Blue, of course, being your Democrats and red being your Republican presidents. And you can see $10,000. What's happened every single time? 19 out of 19 different 10-year spans. People made money. Their $10,000 went up in that 10-year period, right? 15 of the 19 10-year periods here, you doubled your investment. Okay, so again, not picking a side, just picking to stay invested, make the investment, stop putting off your financial goals based on an election year, okay? There's a lot of people right now worried about what's gonna happen in the election. And at the end of the day, if you have a really well-diversified portfolio, you've worked with a financial professional as a partner to build a strategic plan towards your goals, stay in the market, stay invested. Things are gonna happen, right? It doesn't matter if it's Republican, Democrat, things are gonna happen in the economy, but this graph shows you it's going to come out ahead, okay? I have another one. Oh, and I'll tell you, I have the quote of the day that's also kind of related to this. It's from a president, so I thought it was fun to share that with you. Here is, let's see, does that one, do you guys see which political party has been better for investors? Did that come up for you?
No.
No.
Okay. All right, holding.
At the next screen.
Hold on, I gotta do, I think I have to stop share on this one so that I can start share on another one. It's a learning curve.
That's okay.
Oh, Kara.
Okay, here's another one for you. I think this is pretty powerful too. In 1933, if you put in $1,000 and you were still alive and you were holding strong on your investments, you look right over here at the end, that's about $14 million. Okay, that's Democrat, Republican. We have continuously gone up. So why play the dangerous game of worrying who's going to be in-house specifically related to your investments, right? When inevitably the market has still gone up. There's bumps in the road. Yeah, we can see them. There's hiccups. There's little things that happen along the way, but it's climbing a mountain, right? If you want to climb the mountain, you can't jump off halfway up, okay? So a few things, just I wanted to share and point out because it is something that a lot of people are concerned with. Cynthia has probably heard this numerous times as well. Oh, well, I don't know who's going to be in house. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Every candidate makes campaign promises that never happen. Okay, our political system is designed to swing back to center. We have checks and balances. Okay. Don't jump on the bandwagon and get out of the market when things are going up and down. Okay. Right now, we're at a high, we've reached back to the February high of, when the pandemic started. So being smart, being strategic, your portfolio is built the way it's built for a reason. If you trust the professional that built it for you, with you, you should be holding out. I want to scroll down on one other thing I wanted to share with you. Hold on one second. I appreciate everybody's patience.
I wonder why it won't let you do that through the platform to switch pages.
Yeah, I guess it's so nobody shares something accidentally. But, well, darn it, now it's not cooperating. So that's okay. Just another couple pieces that I thought I would share about, just proper diversification. There's things in your portfolio, they're there for a reason. Not every investment reacts the same way when things change in the market, right? You hold cash and money markets, and you hold bonds, and you hold mutual funds and individual stocks, and they don't all change at the same time and at the same rate. So diversification is always going to be more important than who sits in Washington for X number of years. Okay. So those are kind of some of the highlights that I wanted to share with you guys. I think the graphs are pretty powerful. I realize I didn't use all of my time. Let me stop.
Yeah, you didn't use all your time.
I didn't use all my time because I wanted to leave enough time for you all. Like I said, I can't give, of course, any specific recommendations on your portfolio because that's not everybody's business. That's, for you and I to talk. What you got, Missy?
Can I give you $1,000 and act like it's 1933 and now cash it in? Because that looks like a good investment.
You can give me $1,000 and we can see how long we can hold it and turn it into something else.
Well, seriously, is there one thing that, I know everybody has different ideas of what's a lot of money, but what would be, to start off a person's portfolio, what do you suggest?
That becomes really situational too. Like you said, there's perspective in there. I will not say that this is particularly ideal, but I have a client that has $300 with me, and I have had a client that had $7.5 million with me. So it really does span the gamut. At any given dollar amount, for me, it's just about being the partner. I would say really $1,000 is probably a safe starting spot, but it's whatever is situational, to that person.
Well, before Mark asked you, can I meet the guy who has the $7 million?
That was my question. Are they single?
I know. I saw you.
He was asking for you, Miss.
Between the two of us, we're a complete package, right? If it's a woman, I can do it. If it's a man, she can do it. We can both
Oh my
do.
goodness. You're so
but this is what I had.
Hey, you didn't answer the question.
Stop it. Behave. But I have a guy that I have been talking to who's a prospect, and he kind of made a joke. He's like, I'm trying to turn 10,000 into $1 million. And I joked with him, I said, I can do that. And of course, he's like, what do you mean? How can you do that? And I was like, well, give me enough time. You got 35 years? We can do it, So it's perspective, and I try to be fun with it. And, we're going to spend a lot of years together, ideally. It should be a really good working relationship, and it can't be all stuffy, in my opinion. You can't let your emotions get in the way, and you can't take certain things too seriously. We have to be able to talk as human beings if I'm going to be the most effective partner for you. And so I make jokes like that. But seriously, if you have a plan, if you have a goal, and you want somebody who's going to hold you accountable and, make good suggestions and give you advice to get you where you want to be. It's what is your goal? How do you want to get there? That's what I do. So Missy, if it's starting with $1,000, if it's starting with $10,000, I would love every client to walk in with $1 million. That's not realistic. So if somebody comes to me and says, hey, Nicole, I have $5,000. I really want to start towards something. I'm in. I'm all in with that person at $5,000. I don't care.
Very good.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have another question for Nicole? Yes,
Yeah,
Amber.
I do. Nicole, as far as investments go, I somewhat understand it, but there's low, medium, and high risk. I imagine you deal with all three. Can you just kind of quickly summarize that just for me and other people that are watching, just, what that's all about, just a little bit?
Yeah, we go through a risk tolerance questionnaire, some of that, of course, being, government required, but it's so that I have an understanding of how to construct a portfolio that is not going to make you throw up when you log in online. You're not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose, I've lost there goes my timer. But yeah, it's understanding each person's risk so that the things that are in their portfolio are appropriate.
Great. Okay. That's what I was wondering, and is there any way you can guarantee your principal?
Well, it depends on what we're putting it in. If we're putting it in the stock market, not so much, but there's other things that we can do that are strategic part of a portfolio that may not risk principal.
So I have a question. So many times, Nicole, we hear those people who say, oh, I have an investment that you can put your money in and you'll never lose it. You'll never lose any money. Now, explain to those of us who are stupid, right? Me. So when they say that, like, what kind of an investment is it? It sounds like a savings account to me, right?
I mean, there's annuities, there's, life, you can put cash into a life insurance policy. There are things out there. I think sometimes, to me, the people, and I don't want to disparage anybody in particular or any company or whatever, but sometimes they put things out there to lure you in than to say, really that's maybe not appropriate for you, or, oh, you don't have enough money or whatever. There are things out there that can guarantee your principal doesn't go away. But I don't come out of the gate and say, that's what I want to sell you, because it might not be appropriate for you.
Okay. But there are platforms that will allow you to do that. It's just.
Yeah, there's things out there.
Yes, Missy.
Nicole, I always ask investment. One time I had a guy who was handling my account, and I said to him, well, if you are so successful and so knowledgeable about this, why are you still working? And his answer was, well, it's like a can of jelly beans. You take some out, you put some in, it's a constant. Made jelly beans would be gone. But I always wonder how investors like you, do you make your money by commission on how well we do, or do you make your commission on everything we invest? Like, what's your incentive to take good care of us?
Well, the more money you make, generally, the more money I'll make. Yes, that's kind of how it typically goes. But there's multiple platforms that we can do business on. It just depends on what each person's comfortable. We can do a commission base. We can do an annual fee base. There's different ways to approach it. So the annual fee is a percentage of how much you have with me. So then, like I said, as I'm making you money, your money goes up. That percentage obviously goes up along with it. So motivation there to only make your money grow and you reach your goals.
So that's better to do based on performance rather than just a fee?
Again, it's super circumstantial. Some people may say, Nicole, I want to buy, I'm giving you, pick a number, 25 grand, and we're going to buy X amount of things in it. So it's like a brokerage, and they don't have any intention of selling it. Well, then why would I need to charge them an annual fee? If they are just going to sit and hold it and they don't want me to actively manage it, and it's not, a partnership, and they're not looking to rebalance, well, then why not just let it sit there? Pay me the commission up front, be done with it, sit on it, like an egg until it hatches and you're ready to sell it. You need the cash. Then a commission structure would be okay for them. If they're talking about holding it 10, 15 years, pay it once up front and be done. But that's a conversation that I have with them. Most people, when they're coming to, Edward Jones as a company, they generally really want the partnership and the active management piece of it. So I don't have a ton of those, but certainly if that's how they want to do business, I can still take care of them too.
So it's the investor's choice how we want to pay you.
Absolutely. We go over what, like I said, what makes sense. And I may say, I'll ultimately the choice is the investors, but I think this is a more cost-effective way for you, not what makes me the most money. What is most cost-effective for you, how we can do business together.
Okay, thank you, Nicole. I believe we're on time, Mark, for the breakout sessions, correct?
We are. Do you feel comfortable interviewing her? We have a lot, Cynthia, of questions from Zoom.
Okay.
I'm
Mark,
kind of shocked with this. So the lady wants to know, I've given her your information, Kara, about the meal program. She's interested. So I told her to reach out to you.
Okay,
You
thank
can
you.
get to the other questions. So Ralph, contact that lady's social media friend. And then Missy, we've been down to Treasure Island. We will definitely stop by. Is when you're open is on the website, ? And then Nicole, how long have you been with Edward Jones? It's a great company. They have local offices all over, I think they're trying to say the United States. So where are you specifically located?
Yes, we do have offices all over the United States and Canada. I am in Tampa, Florida. I'm licensed currently in Florida, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and Arizona. But I can get licensed in lots of other places very easily. And I've been with Jones for 15 months.
All right. And
I've been in the financial industry for over 9 years now.
okay. And it says, oh, Mark, smile. Okay. Well, so we go to breakout rooms, honey, right? Yeah, my friend.
Mark, I would
presentation,
suggest
Nicole.
that you do the interview just because of
Got it, no worries.
to do that. So,
Okay, so we're gonna
not
put
that I don't love you, Nicole, but
4 and 3.
Oh, it's okay.
Wait, we're gonna put 4 and 2. I have to move somebody's because Nicole. So 3 and
About 3 and 3.
or 3 and 3. I can't. I need a financial advisor. I can't have. You're gonna click, go to your rooms,
all right,
come back.
right.
Not you, Nicole, because then I'll be on YouTube all by myself.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. We'll see you in a few minutes. Do you see where it says Amber join room? I think she does. She must have.
I think she did it and she just.
Well, what a
froze.
great
Here.
job. What a blessing in disguise. We've never gotten this much engagement while we're.
This is super cool.
Yeah. Now they're seeing right now the end of your presentation. So that's the lag time. So you're Nicole Crothers. Give them contact information.
I am Nicole Crothers, guilty as charged.
Okay.
You can go to my website is www.edwardjones.com/Nicole-Crothers.
Okay.
Or you
Spell
can
Crothers for them.
Crothers. Great question. Good point. Thank you, Mark.
It's okay. So, okay. So we've just answered that question. What's Nicole's? And can they call you?
Yeah, you can call me 571-594-6680, or you can email me nicole.crothers@edwardjones.com.
All right. So what are your 3 things to ask a financial advisor when interviewing them to help you with your retirement?
I think it's really important. It is it's
Yeah.
a really good one. I think it is really important to understand the fee structure. I think because I am a conscientious person, I think that's part of what drives me, being in this industry. I've always been conscientious of cost. So I think asking that out of the gate, and if they try to hide it or, be upfront, we're upfront. I will gladly talk about it, early on in a conversation. So I think anybody else should be willing to do that also. Understanding what licenses they carry is really important as well, because some people or companies may present themselves as a financial planner or an advisor or a registered representative, whatever they may call themselves, doesn't mean that they can do a holistic plan. Everything from stocks, bonds, annuities, mutual funds, life insurance, those are all part of you having an effective financial plan. And if that person can't do all of those things for you, you're just going to have to do more work and go to other people. So for me, that's something that I am aware of. And then understanding if I think, is it meant to be a partnership? Is it meant to be a brokerage? What does the relationship look like? That I think is a good question, is, understanding how are we going to interact together? Should I expect to hear from you once a year? That kind of thing. And there's a laundry list more of great questions, but there's 3 for you.
Where in Virginia did you live?
I actually am from West Virginia, which is why, but I worked in Northern Virginia, like outside of Sterling, Arlington area for about 8 years. So.
Interesting. So great. It was great information. Clap, hands clapping. Are you a
fiduciary?
It looks like buddy duddy airy. Fiduciary.
So fiduciary, so that people understand that is not per se a title, it's how you engage in business. So if we do a brokerage account where you are dictating what you want to buy, I am not acting in a fiduciary responsibility to you. If we are engaging in the annual fee where we are a partnership and I make recommendations and we do things together, yes, absolutely, I am acting in a fiduciary responsibility to you.
Okay, that was clear as mud. Okay, so Nicole, you spoke about consistency and minimum investments. So what is the minimum to get started, and then how much? I'm just starting my financial journey. If I have $25 or $50 a month, can you help me put it away in a safe but aggressive way to go from 1,000 to 100 million?
That's a pretty big stretch. I don't know if we might have enough time to accomplish that. But in terms of the savings, so yes, and again, please understand that every plan is incredibly personalized that we go through. So when I sit down with somebody, if they tell me they want to start putting away $25 or $50 a month, and that's all we're starting with, we may start in one platform and build to another. But if they want me to be their partner and they trust me, then that's what I want to do, right? I want to get them to their goals by whatever means is cost effective and earns them still, helps them earn towards their goals.
So her question is, if I start out at $25 a month, do we have to achieve a minimum amount to then put it into something better than just a bank savings account?
Most mutual funds, which is a lot of what we do because they're a smart decision, most of them do have a $250 minimum.
Okay.
So once we get to 250, we could buy one mutual fund, and then maybe as we get to 500, we could potentially buy a second mutual fund. It just,
and you're okay with helping people with that small amount of money?
I am. I'm not saying that that's always my ideal client, obviously, right?
But you got to
I'm
help
working to
people
make
get
a living
started.
too, but
Yeah, Warren
I'm
Buffett
working to
started
help
that.
people that have goals, that
Right.
that want to do more than what they are doing right now.
Thank you for answering my question.
Absolutely happy to.
Fiduciary, Mark. Well, so you're again Nicole Crothers, Edward Jones. Tell people about the cool thing about Edward Jones as a company.
So several, numerous cool things about Edward Jones as a
Besides
company.
representing you represent.
Besides me, that's fair. We are a 98-year-old company. We are not publicly traded, and we are run by a woman.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Welcome back. So we have people who knew asked a lot of really great questions.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So they love your outfit, Cynthia, and the thing hanging behind you. What does grit mean?
Team grit.
Okay, team grit.
Team
grit.
Ralph,
I actually made that.
Do you really have a rolling chair in your office?
Do I have a what?
they're talking to Ralph. Do you have a rolling chair as a waiting area in your office?
I have both. I have stationary and rolling chairs.
Oh, look at that. They're interesting. And
But
then we have
people know
another
that.
Edward Jones. Where is Dr. Phillips? Is that the Dr. Phillips out of Mickey Mouse Lane? Is that-
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, it is.
Interesting. Wow. Who knew YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is awesome, Mark. So we've got a whole new platform for RGA. There we
Now
go.
being able to find where it did, because full disclosure, folks, we would always get social media people who would come and say, oh, I'll help you with. So we have, you think we have a lot of Facebook pages? We have a lot of YouTube pages. So we'll see where this ends up.
That's
Yeah,
good.
interesting. We'll see if we can find it on the Treasure Island Madeira Beach YouTube page.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very good.
Put
Very
it on
good.
that.
So
Who
you
had a
guys,
great conversation in their chat room?
Oh, I did.
You did, Missy. Tell me
I
about your chat
did.
room, Missy.
I found out that Cynthia's opening up an art studio for special needs. How fabulous is that?
Oh, that's
That is
awesome.
That's great.
I have a very soft heart for gifted children, and so I wanted to make sure that you know.
Mark, now we know why she loves us so.
So yeah, God's laid it on my heart to start opening my school finally, and so I'm going to be working with that and getting that started to help these students.
That's a great title, Heart to Start.
Produce their art. Yeah, yeah.
so
God
anything we can do to help?
actually gave me a direction to go with my logo and everything, so I have to do what he prompted. But
Wonderful, sure.
yeah, he gave it to me probably about 6 years ago, so I knew this was going to come at some point. And that's why I do the business I do, is so that I can actually help these students. So,
Okay, well, that's fabulous.
yeah. So anybody else, did you have a great conversation in your chat room? Tell me a little bit about it.
I had a really good one with Lana and Ralph, and I'm still a little confused what Ralph does, but I'm going to connect with him and find out what's happening with that, because the music industry is being ripped off badly, the performers. So, and Lana, you've been doing this a long time, so that I learned about that and where you're at, and I loved it.
Very good. Good job. Thank you.
Missy,
for that.
Ruth was the welcome wagon rep for Dr. Phillips before she moved down to you, Cynthia. Ruth Keys just moved to Fort Myers.
Who did?
Ruth, she's an old, she was at her wedding, welcome wagon rep, her and her husband.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Does she still do the welcome wagon?
Oh no, they don't do liver baskets anymore. It's all through the mail.
It's all mail.
Yeah. Like those
It's a
ladies.
little envelope that you get.
Yeah, those ladies, they got a little nervous in 2007 in the housing crisis. They had all these people that were buying investments, and they would come up and they wouldn't be the homeowner, they'd be a renter. And you're not supposed to leave it with a renter. But, you know, yeah, and then you'd be awkward. Here's your welcome basket. Oh, you're not the Smiths? Oh.
Let me walk away.
Sorry, just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding. Surprise.
No, you don't get that basket. There's somebody chasing you down. I can see it. That'd be funny.
Like a cartoon, that would be funny.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
So how cool is this? So a new platform for us. Maybe God's directing us to YouTube.
There you go.
You know, anybody have closed business that they can talk about? I know we had a couple RGA members join the chamber.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Melissa from Melrose joined the chamber. She was our latest one. Peter Crampton actually joined under 2 different memberships, because he does the hand wipes, which I had one. I wish I had one in front of me. I'd show that he puts your logo on it and then his information on the back. So they're great. You know, every time I go out to eat, I'm handing one to the server. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the servers like
nice.
them, the owners like them. So he's having a nice deal come through with the Convention and Visitors Bureau, so that we can connect you on different levels by, you know, I have over 30 years of tourism. So I know a lot of the hoteliers and the restaurateurs, but also, like I said, through RGA, we are really the small business chamber, and my commercial is less than 42 cents a day. you too can, oh, my brother, my helper today.
Oh, very
There
nice.
you go.
There's business.
Be seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep seeing
So
growth.
it's-
And the nice thing about that is it's free to the restaurants because the ads go on the packaging and then they give them to the restaurants. So you're literally, your brand is in the customer's hand,
Right.
right?
That's
And
good.
Ralph had a great thing earlier about the vitamin program for physicians. So if you have a decent relationship with your physician, right, introduce Ralph to them. Because it's right, Ralph, it's a vitamin program exclusively for physicians.
Right, it's all natural, and I can sell it to the medical field, but I can't sell it to the general public. Only if a medical professional can do that.
Oh, very good.
They receive all the retail profit.
Does it have to be approved by the FDA, Ralph?
No, it's all natural. It's to get people off of medications that they really don't need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
think
So you
that-
need doctors or physical or, physicians' offices that we could refer
Even
you to.
chiropractors, massage therapists. We have different products that do different things, and it's just a great program.
Very
Cool.
good. Make sure your information is in the chat, and the way that you can get, so all of those that are on YouTube, the way that you can get a hold of an RGA network like ourselves is to go to rganetwork.net and check out our page. You're going to find all of the professionals that are here on the Zoom meeting right now, but you're also going to find 831.
Mary's trying to have to give us the number, but it's a lot.
Yeah, there you go. So we have a bunch of members that you're going to be able to go in there. They're under category. You can research a name or a company, and you can actually find all of our information in there if there's someone that you want to connect with. So make sure that you're going to rganetwork.net. You can find out all the information. You can fill out an application and actually become a member. We'd love to see you on the next chat and Zoom meeting. So definitely do that for us. Anyone else have any other thoughts they'd like to mention as we start to wind down here? We've got about 3 minutes left. And Mark, I know we have a quote for the day, or was that Nicole was going to give a quote for the day?
Nicole has.
Yeah, I have a quote of the day
Yes, Nicole.
from Franklin D. Roosevelt. So I thought it was funny because I was talking about politics, but it absolutely applies in life and business. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today.
Oh, that is very good.
That
Thank you
is
for that.
good.
That is
Very
good.
deep.
Yeah. All right. So does anyone else have any closing comments or information they'd like to share?
Why don't we say goodbye to YouTube? And I'll-
Okay. Bye.